Hello there, wonderful people of Earth, and welcome back to my channel, Literacy with DJ. DJ here, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on the first part of a series that one of my friends recommended to me, called One of Us is Lying. Now, before we get into this, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode. And without any further ado, let's get into it. A basic outline of this story. 5 students are held in detention by Mr. Avery, a stickler for social media and cell phones, who caught all 5 with phones in their bags during class despite his zero-tolerance policy. All of the students claim that the phones were planted in their bags, and even produced their real cell phones to prove their innocence. But Avery ignores their claims and leaves them all to work on their essays about how social media is ruining American teens. The students in detention are Bronwyn Rojas, the class brain, Addie Prentice, the most popular girl in school, Cooper Clay, a jock, Nate McCauley, a drug addict criminal, and Simon Keller, who runs the school's reviled but ubiquitous gossip app About That, in which he airs the school's dirty laundry about every child that goes there. After Simon can't find his water bottle, he pours himself a cup of water from the sinks at the back of the lab, and a car crash outside in the parking lot brings all the students over to the window. However, when they turn back around, Simon has taken a drink from his glass and has fallen to the floor, suffering a potent allergic reaction. The students desperately search for his EpiPen, only to find that Simon's bag is empty. And, even worse, the nurse's office has too been emptied of all the EpiPens. Simon chokes and writhes and is taken away by paramedics, but sadly passes away a few days later. A policeman reveals to the 4 other children in detention that Simon's autopsy shows that he ingested a large amount of peanut oil, which he's deathly allergic to, shortly before his death. And the officer asks the 4 students if any of them have ever ran into any trouble with Simon or his app, but they all deny ever having been featured on it. All 4 students worry separately about the secrets they possess. Cooper is indifferent to his girlfriend Keely, and spends all his time texting a mystery person. Addie struggles with her controlling boyfriend Jake and her vain mother, and Nate spends all his time taking care of his alcoholic father. Things come to a head when Nate is accused of killing Simon because one of Simon's friends plants the stolen EpiPens in Nate's house, which leads to Nate going to jail. And whilst he's in jail, Bronwyn is desperate to figure out who killed Simon. Bronwyn, her sister Maeve, Addie, and Cooper all come together to figure out who did it. Cooper's boyfriend was the one to come to the conclusion that Simon killed himself, and he is framing all of them for murder. They figure this out after finding out that Addie's ex-boyfriend had been continuing Simon's About That page, and had been framing them. Addie had broken up with her controlling boyfriend. Addie goes to visit one of Simon's best friends, Janae, and she confesses to being part of the whole thing. She also spills to Ali how Jake had known everyone's secrets the entire time. Jake comes to Janae's house, finds Addie there, and tries to hurt her, but luckily Cooper comes to the rescue. After Cooper saves Addie, the police come to find out what happened, The real story is told, and Jake is taken by the police. Nate is released from the juvenile detention. Bronwyn and Nate's relationship, which was short-lived already, ends after he gets out because Nate feels as if he's going to mess up. And Addie and Cooper have become better friends ever since he saved her from Jake. And that's where this story ends. But after the story, we learn that Addie has become very independent and she runs track. Bronwyn applied for Yale and is waiting to hear back in the spring. Cooper has finally accepted who he really is and is being recruited for colleges for baseball. Lastly, Nate has completely stopped dealing drugs, and his mum came back home and is staying for good. His mum was a drug addict as well. After Nate got out of jail, Bronwyn and Nate ended things on a sour note, but at the very end, they come to terms with their past and become friends again. One of Us is Lying is a mystery thriller that's become very popular over recent years. I love the mystery element of it, and there's more in the series. Thanks for watching this video on One of Us is Lying. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and have a great rest of your day. And this is DJ signing out.